no guys, this is not how it happened. These are not the things that, because I fought a lot. This is not that person's character. That's not this person's character. You can't make my mother look like this. You can't make my father look like this. Karan, who wrote this story, he sat with me for 6 months on my couch while I broke down and told him stories. It had to feel real. If it didn't feel real, then it's not going to look real. Hi, I'm Sunny Leone and you're watching Bollywood Hungama. Please do like and subscribe, and you can hit the bell icon.
Tell us something about your director, Aditya Dutt, because I think what he has done, I think, is really, really wonderful. There's small things which have an impact when you're watching it. Even the music, that title track, I think the way it is utilized at the end of season 2, it is done in a somber manner. It's like a sad sort of notes which are taken in, and it has that desired impact when you are watching it, and when it is closing, the curtains are coming down, and that music, it has that impact on you. Tell us about the director. How was the experience of working under him?
I think that Aditya Dutt, for people that don't know his last name, he did such an amazing job, and I don't think that there would have been any other director that could have shot this with the sensitivity that he shot it with the care that he shot it with the open-mindedness of me having a meltdown or a blowout saying, no guys, this is not how it happened. These are not the things that, because I fought a lot to have the truth, or, you know, my biggest thing is if you can convince me that this is normal, then I'll say it. But this is not how it happened, and this is not that person's character. That's not this person's character. You can't make my mother look like this. You can't make my father look like this. So many things that I put on their shoulders. But again, I had to fight for the truth, and I had to fight for the idea that if I was going to tell this story, then it should be the truth, and it should be what happened. Otherwise, then you just call this a fictional story. It's not real. So he was able to capture a lot of moments and create amazing sets, color palettes, and all these different things. The dialogue we all worked on together. Karan, who wrote this story, he sat with me for 6 months on my couch while I broke down and told him stories, or while I laughed and told him stories, or funny moments and sad moments, small things that happened that we ended up using in the story. And Aditya was able to take those words and transform it into, 2 seasons of compelling content. And I really think that he's amazing, and he's very gifted, and I really do hope that he just, grows bigger and bigger from here, because he really does deserve it.
You had a lot of creative control. What you could have easily done is that you could have shown things in a very goody-goody light, that your parents didn't have any problems with your choice of profession. But that's something that doesn't happen. The uncomfortable questions are asked by your mother, and that's something that keeps on popping up even in season 2. It pops up in season 1 as well. How important was it for you to just answer those questions, and with those questions to come forward?
I think that a lot of people's curiosity and questions are normal, and I know that those types of questions are there, and it should be answered. I think certain questions should be answered. Some things I don't have an answer for, some things we had answers for. But like I said, it was important for me that it was the truth, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because no one person is all bubblegum and roses, and no one person has this cushy, amazing, beautiful life. I mean, most people. Maybe there are people out there, God bless you, but most people don't. And I think that it provides also balance to a story. If it's all good, then, I mean, I'll just go watch a Disney classic to get that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. One more thing is there that you have the scene in the hospital where you just blast the doctor when he tells you guys that there's nothing that can be done to save your mother anymore. I think you've done extraordinarily well as far as an actor is concerned. What is impressive about your acting part is that you try and make it as natural as possible. You're not trying to overdo anything, because at times, if you're being funny, you're being funny. If you're being natural, you're being natural. How much of an evolution do you feel has happened of you as an actress through this web series?
I'm going to go back to Aditya. He's the first person that ever let me just be me and feel and act how I felt the scene should be, whether it was something very simple or whether it was something very complicated. So what I find that happens here is there's this sense of what it should be like, and what I like about shooting this was that it had to feel real. If it didn't feel real, then it's not going to look real. And I think that so many people have this like thing with maybe who they think I am or who I think they should be, or all these things where it's just everything is just so overdone, where realism works the best for me, where it could be the most simple subject or the most complex subject. But if it feels real and it makes sense, logically makes sense, then I feel like I could do it in any language. And he was the first person to let me do what I want, like do the scene as I felt I should do it. And if there was something that he wanted to change, then we changed it and we worked on it and we spoke about it between ourselves. And he also was on the same page that it needed to be subtle. It needed to be not so loud or not so, out there, so it looks like you're not being yourself anymore. And so he brought that out of me. And I think that again is hats off to him as a director to do that, even with all the actors. He did the same. We were all on the same
The casting
page.
is very good, yeah.
Yeah, he handpicked every single person and made sure that this was the way that he wanted it, and the attention to detail and letting actors do what they feel is correct sometimes might work better than trying to overdo it.
Exactly.
So.
It's surely doing it.
Hi, I'm Sunny Leone and you're watching Bollywood Hungama. Please do like and subscribe, and you can hit the bell icon.